Okay, I'm doing another style of recording here where so I made this reaction video about what is it? Muhammad Hijab is talking about Richard Dawkins. In that video, I mentioned, well, because Muhammad Hijab was talking about morality being objective, he was saying Richard Dawkins is wrong about morality being subjective. I actually agreed with Hijab against Dawkins, and then somebody disagreed with me in the comments in YouTube. I asked them to come to the exmuslim subreddit to discuss the issue, and here it is. If you argue there's an objective morality, it's for you. I'm gonna go ahead and skip to my reply, which contains all of his text. If you argue there's an objective morality, it's for you. So, and I said, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what the it refers to. A, the divinity and morals of God are ultimately interpreted by humans within the capacity of human understanding. So, my first thing is, you haven't argued for God here. So, I would say to this person, I guess, why do you believe there's a God? Um, B, if humans are ultimately responsible for interpreting everything, regardless of divine proclamation, I said, yeah, everything has to be interpreted. We don't have direct access to nature. C, therefore, for humans, objective morality cannot exist as it is ultimately subject to human interpretation. So I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Our physics theories are objective and they are ultimately subject to human interpretation also. Uh, this is implied from here. We don't have direct access to nature. We have to interpret nature. He said, or they said, no, maybe I'm just misunderstanding what objective morality means. And if you got objections to my argument, then I would love to hear. So I said, objective morality just means that there's right and wrong in morality. We can judge some moral ideas are better or worse than others. So they replied, um, the question is for them, or you could say yourself, them being the people who believe in God, I guess. Or what was it? Uh, if you argue there's an objective morality. Okay, I'm gonna skip that. It didn't clear up anything. I think asking about it now is not gonna help. So I'm gonna copy the rest of this and start a reply. I haven't read all this yet. Okay, so I'm an atheist, but I was going through your video. You have stated you disagree with atheists who believe there's an objective morality, or there is no objective morality. I believe all morals are subjective. Ultimately, it's ultimately be it God's morals or not. So he's just saying what he said before. Um, they are saying what they said before. Okay, yeah, everything has to be interpreted. We don't have direct access to nature. No. Um, uh, we could be wrong, but hear me out. It's the theist who argues they have objective morals. They say there can't be objective morals without God, therefore atheists cannot object to what God or theists do, because in the world of atheism there's no evil and good because morality is subjective and one can only have. They're wrong. in general, you shouldn't try to argue for other people. Let them argue for themselves. This person's trying to argue for theists, and he's an atheist. Objective morality just means that, okay, so that's me talking. I don't have a problem with that per se, but let's put a scenario. A, there are 100 people on the left. B, 100 people on the right. C, both come with solution to a moral problem, and both solutions contradict each other. Who is right and who's wrong? What, they can't come to agreement? If so, what's the obstacle? And why do you believe that that obstacle is insurmountable? Are you saying it's impossible for them to come to agreement? If so, what's the obstacle, and what do you believe that that obstacle, and why do you believe that that obstacle is insurmountable? So for me to, so I want to find out why, like the way there's, it's unclear if they think, or it's unclear what their answers are to the, to these questions in this hypothetical. So I'm going to go ahead and press send on this one. And then there's another one. Uh, second. Oh, that's the same one. This one. So, uh, is there an ex-Muslim willing to discuss why they left Islam? So I told them, I've said this story many times. They said, uh, interesting, interesting perspective. So you left on the premise of personal encounter rather than the objective. And I said, sure, it's objective. It's objectively true that demons are not real and that Islam says demons are real. Uh, let's see. Let's try to reply to this now. One, it's most definitely objective point unless you can bring a book. It's most definitely objective point unless you can bring a book that tells you jinn are not real. Since it's your opinion, I think demons are not real. No, it's not opinion. Not opinion. It's based on method, the scientific one. Everybody, I can't type, that applies the method gets the same answer. That's why it's subjective. Or that's what makes it objective. It doesn't depend on who. That's enough. Okay. It becomes subjective in addition to I and think. Also, jinn in Islam has a lot of meanings. Some scholars equate it to extraterrestrial beings per se, and others to smokeless fire. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, my reply right here is enough for now. Two demons aren't real according to who? Um, that's like asking gravity is real according to who? According to everyone that believes in gravity, I guess. But that's not what makes it true. Also, looking at history, you will always find something inquisitive or fascinating. Things like humanity always have some beliefs in jinn. Yeah, and they were wrong the whole time. Here. Yes, and every year, children in America um, believe that a supernatural being gave them presents at Christmas time. I'm talking about Santa Claus. Just because they believe it doesn't mean it's true or real. Society thousands of kilometers away without ever having come in touch with ex-Egyptians and Aztecs. 3. Aspect man, you are one of the coolest. Oh, respect man. Yeah, he's talking about me criticizing my own government for treating whistleblowers as traitors. Who is this person? Have I talked to him before? Going to talk about going to be talking about all the ways treating whistleblowers as traitors, among other things, like nations that have apostasy. Still have? Should look up when was the. I should look up all the countries that had apostasy laws that don't have them anymore, so we can see a history of it, not just what's happening today. All right, so let's. That's it.